everyone. Thank you for joining The Right Guide. Welcome to the first of a series of basic English lessons that we have prepared for all of you learners. Today, we have a fun lesson lined up for you as we explore the interesting world of nouns. To guide you through the topics that we will be covering in this video, please take a look at this outline. As you can see, we have a lot to discuss, so let's get started. First up, an introduction to nouns. Before we talk about the different types of nouns, let's first understand what nouns are and why they are a crucial component of the English language. Nouns are words that refer to the names of a person, thing, animal, place, event, quality, or idea. Because of their nature, they play a vital role in constructing meaningful sentences. Let's think of some examples of nouns. For person, it can be a student or a doctor or your cousin or grandparents. For animal, it can be a jaguar or a flamingo. As for place, there are a lot of possible nouns like Japan or a school or hospital. For event, it can be birthday or New Year's Eve or Thanksgiving. For quality, thickness or durability or softness. Lastly, for idea, we can say equity or victory or justice. I'm sure you can think of a whole lot more. Now, there are different classifications of nouns according to type, number, and usage. We'll discuss each one of them in the next slides. Nouns can either be common or proper. What do we mean by that? When we say common nouns, these are generic and non-specific. They do not require capitalization unless they are at the beginning of a sentence. Proper nouns, on the other hand, are specific names and they are always capitalized when written. To understand common and proper nouns better, let's take a look at some examples. The ones on the left are common nouns, while those on the right are proper nouns. They are common nouns because they are generic words. Take shoes, for instance. You don't know what type or brand of shoes they are. But when you say Nike, that's specific. That's a well-known brand, so you know exactly what it refers to. Same thing with hotel. Which one? Which hotel? But when you say Marriott, that's not generic anymore. And that goes for the rest of the examples shown. Take note that all common nouns start with a small letter, while all proper nouns begin with a capital letter. Let us now see how common and proper nouns are used in sentences. Look at the second sentence. We watched a performance in New York. Performance is a common noun, while New York is capitalized because it is a proper noun. Moving on to the third sentence. Kittens are so cute. The word kittens is actually a common noun, but since it is at the beginning of the sentence, it has to be written with a capital letter. I hope everything's clear about common and proper nouns now. If there are any questions or clarifications, let us know in the comment section so we can help you understand the lesson better. Please also subscribe to our channel, The Right Guide, and turn on your notifications. Feel free to like and share this video as well if you found it helpful. Now let's move on to the next classification of nouns, concrete and abstract nouns. Concrete nouns represent something that is real and tangible. Meanwhile, abstract nouns refer to something that is more of like a concept, idea, feeling, or emotion. They are intangible. You cannot see or touch them, and they often require imagination to understand them. Here are some examples. As you can see, the concrete nouns on the left, car, notebook, clouds, telephone, belt, these are things that can be perceived through our senses. You can see them and you can touch them. The ones on the right, grief, victory, courage, despair, love, these are concepts and emotions which you cannot see or touch. Therefore, they are what we call abstract nouns. Let's have a go at the sentences here and determine whether they use a concrete or abstract noun. Shall we begin? Okay, so in the first sentence, the noun here is teeth. Is teeth concrete or abstract? If your answer is concrete, then you are correct. Next, she was filled with happiness upon seeing him. What is the noun here? Yes, it's happiness. Now, is happiness concrete or abstract? What do you think? The correct answer is abstract. Why? Because happiness is a feeling or emotion. It is intangible, and so it is an abstract noun. Can you work on the next two sentences yourselves? If anything in the lesson is unclear or if you need further explanation, please get in touch with us. We'd be more than happy to help you. Leave a comment below or email us at TheWriteGuidePH@gmail.com. Okay, so on to the next topic. Nouns can also be classified according to quantity or count. If the noun refers to just one person, place, thing, or event, then it is singular. If it's more than one, it is plural. Now, plural nouns can either be regular or irregular. It's said to be regular if it is formed by just adding s or es to the singular form of the noun. However, if you have to do something else, like change letters, then it is an irregular plural noun. To understand this better, let's go to the examples. On the left side of the table, you have the singular form of the nouns. On the right side, you have the plural form. So chicken becomes chickens, utensil becomes utensils, and printer becomes printers. Since we only added s, the nouns on the right are regular plural nouns. How about irregular plural nouns? How are they formed? What do they look like? Here are some examples. Let's take child. You don't say childs when you want to make it plural, right? Instead, we say children. We add ren or ren instead of the usual s or es. Foot is another example. We don't say foots now, do we? Instead, we say feet. Some nouns like sheep or furniture even have the same singular and plural forms. Let's take a look at these sentence examples. Can you identify the nouns in each of them? Are they singular or plural? First one. Several families took turns in cleaning. The noun used is families, and it is in its plural form. The singular form, of course, is family. The word several helps us understand better that it is plural, right? Are there other words in the next few sentences that indicate that the noun is plural? Let's see. So the third sentence has a lot, and the last sentence specifies that there are 4 thieves. Yes? Okay, good. We now look at collective nouns. Collective nouns are nouns that refer to groups of people, animals, or things as a single unit. Even though they represent multiple individuals or objects, they are treated as singular nouns in terms of grammar. Collective nouns are commonly used to simplify language by taking a group as a whole, rather than mentioning each individual separately. Examples include pack, as in a pack of wolves, team, council, panel, bunch, and many others. Now, for some sentence examples. The crowd applauded when he started singing. So instead of mentioning the names of every person watching the performance, and there may be a lot of them really, you can just use crowd to refer to all of them, but this time as a group or a single unit. Another example. A bunch of us went out for lunch. So instead of saying you went out for lunch with Andy, Nicole, John, Fiona, Dan, and others, you can just say a bunch of us. Bunch is the collective noun here. Okay? I hope that's clear. Everything good so far? If not, remember that you can always reach out to us for help. The last classification is count and mass nouns. Count nouns, also known as countable nouns, refer to individual items or objects that can be counted as separate units. They have both singular and plural forms and can be used with numbers and quantifiers. Count nouns can be preceded by the articles a, an, or the, and they can be used also in the plural form without any article. On the other hand, mass nouns or uncountable nouns or non-count nouns refer to substances, materials, or concepts that cannot be counted as separate units. They do not have a plural form, and they are not used with numbers or quantifiers. Instead, they are usually expressed in terms of quantity or amount. Let's go over these sentences to understand the difference between count and mass nouns. In the first one, we were just here a few weeks ago. The noun used is weeks. We can count the number of weeks, so we say that weeks is a count noun. We use the word few to signal that it is plural or more than 1 week. Now pay attention to the third sentence. Information is a noun use, and since it is uncountable, we say that it is a mass noun. Now that we have covered the essentials of nouns, it's time for some practice. Are you ready? All right, here we go. And just like that, we have finished discussing about nouns. Easy, isn't it? Did you get everything right? Good job, you guys. Thank you so much for learning with us today. We have a lot more lessons coming soon, so do stick around and join in the fun. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, The Right Guide, and like and share this video. Thank you and see you again soon. Bye!